Hey beautiful Libra seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Morgane. Let's put this baby on silence. I always forget that. Okay, so what's coming for Libra for this coming month, please? Show me Libra seekers for this coming month. This card is Moon in Libra. Today or tomorrow, as I'm recording this, the moon shifts into Libra. Something in the next couple of days is going to be hidden from you for a reason. It's to allow you to do other things that, had you known about whatever this is, you wouldn't have. Okay, I'm still not sure what that is. Now, obviously, if you're not watching this on the day that the moon is in Libra, or when I'm uploading or recording this, from whenever you're watching this, take a couple of days. I'm picking up on it strongly. It's something that you would have seen or known realistically, but I'm picking up that it's your spirit that is orchestrating this to be not yet shown to you. Okay, let's continue, please, for Libra. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, another Libra energy, and the Justice, which is another Libra energy. Okay. I think there's an opportunity you've been waiting on. This could be related to the message I gave you in the beginning. That might not work exactly as you would like it to or according to your plan, but it will actually turn for the better that way. You can't see it right now. When you'll get the news, realizing that things aren't going to work exactly how you wanted them, or this opportunity isn't going to play out exactly like you wanted it, there might be a sense of disappointment, but later on, you'll be like, oh my God, thank goodness that it happened that way. I'm not just saying it to make it sound better. It's just what the cards say. It's something that needs to play out this way. Yes, Nine of Pentacles right after the Justice. It will bring something better. One opportunity won't play out because something else needs to have room to come in. And if this had worked out, then you wouldn't be available for the other thing. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. This is something that is going to make you very, very pleased with yourself somehow. You're gonna feel very, very proud, and rightly so. Something that you've worked for and have been creative with. Some of you are working, or maybe it's just a hobby, but you're somehow dealing with outfits or presentation of some sort, maybe fashion, maybe working with women. If not, then it could be anything creative, really. Maybe it's a business permit of some sort. The Hierophant. Yes, so whatever system you're dealing with that you need its confirmations, approvals, support, etc., it's going to come through really, really strongly. Something prior to it didn't really... It didn't play out the way its potential was showing that it will. I feel like you might already know or will know really soon what it is about, but it will open up the gate for something way stronger, way more tangible, way more aligned with your long-term goals. I see you have some sort of support of the system. Now, the system could be court, the system could be the IRS, the system can be immigration, the system can be government, the system can be your place of work. This could be also some of you are working in a hospital or in medicine somehow. This could be a law firm as well. Anything that has to do with guiding and helping people, but also there's some like litigations, paperwork, numbers, rules, laws, science. This could be a lab. Guys, if this doesn't apply to you, then take it as an analogy. It could be something else, okay? I'm just throwing out everything that, you know, the justice and the Hierophant together can relate to. This could be a school, you know, it could be an academy, it could be many, many things. But for some of you, I'm picking up on something to do with health. If it's not Western medicine, then it could be alternative medicine or plant medicine, herbal medicine. Maybe you're studying herbs and spices and plants, and you're trying to bring them to the status quo, you know, instead of being something alternative, to be considered as something legitimate. Maybe you discovered a new, or you found a new way of medicine, maybe somewhere far from where you live, and you wanted to bring it to your country or to your place of work, and you want to combine it somehow, and you need confirmation, you need approval, and seemingly it's not coming through, but it will come through. I think some of you are going to be granted some sort of a position of leadership or of teaching or of guidance of some sort, where people listen to what you have to say. Page of Cups, there might be children involved. Maybe like a different approach to how we teach or how we treat. It's very like therapeutic horsemanship or therapeutic painting, you know, like when you help people through the arts or through something creative. I'm seeing a brother and a sister. The sister is probably older than the brother, or if not by age, then by maturity level. There's something very protective between this sister and this brother. She's protecting him somehow. If it's not a sister, then it's a teacher. The Hermit. This young individual feels different. He or she, they feel different from others. They feel a little bit solitary. They feel like their inner world is, I'm picking up also on autism possibly, a young individual that finds it very hard to express themselves literally, verbally, but their mind is brilliant. Like once they somehow express themselves, or if they express themselves in other forms of communication, you realize just how bright they are. They're carrying some very ancient wisdom. They're an old soul, even if they're young at age, and they are surrounded with a lot of spiritual guidance and ancestors that are guiding them and protecting them to the right place, to the right school, to the right system. So listen to serendipities if you have a child like that, or if you're working with a child or youth or anything of that sort. listen to serendipities and different opportunities that come by, or conversations or YouTube videos that you watch, and consider there's some sort of creative alternative path for them. Or for you, maybe you were that kid and now you're finding yourself, You could be that kid, and you've grown and now you finally find your way of expressing yourself in the world. Bottom of the deck, I won't pull them out, but Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. This is very powerful. Something with parents, parental figures that give a lot of support, a lot of love, and the father might be more present and takes more responsibility. The mother might be emotionally distraught by the situation somehow, or confused, or not sure how to deal with it. The father might be taking responsibilities, both of the mother and himself. There might be a missing mother figure. Maybe she's not present, maybe she passed away, past tense, okay, I'm not predicting anything, but there's this missing maternal energy. Maybe that's the big sister that is kind of stepping into that role because of that. Now I'm picking up that it also can be the father that was missing. So there's a little bit of each. I guess it will vary amongst you. If none of it applies, then it's your inside that is starting a brand new emotional and tangible start after having a very complex dynamic with your parents emotionally and psychologically, whether it's still playing out in life, in your real life, or just psychologically. I am seeing a father figure or a grandfather figure, either living or past. This could be someone who passed away that is very guardian, observing, and kind of, they're there. This person is there. They're present in spirit. You might be feeling them in your dream space, whether you're aware of it or not. They might be helping your subconscious make decisions that you might not be sure, like, why am I making this decision? Why am I saying this thing? Why am I doing this? Why am I going there? You're not sure, but there's some sort of guidance, sorry, that is kind of inspiring you to do so. Wow. It's a very interesting reading. Okay, I did pull them out, so I guess we're having them. Someone is investigating dreams, or it doesn't have to be a lab type of research. It could be like you waking up in the morning and writing down your dreams all the time. If you are, then you're guided to continue doing so. Before you go to sleep, if that's your case, ask for your guides to tell you their name in the dream. Doesn't happen in the first night, that's okay. Keep doing this before you go to sleep. Dear guide, please show yourself, tell me your name. And they will come through. They will try to come through until it comes through. So just do it night after night. Like, let's say if you want to know if it's a family figure that passed away, or an ancestral, or a spirit guide, or an archangel. If you want to know, I'm picking up something more tangible, like someone who passed away, but it could be anything. So yeah, just ask them to present themselves. Eight of Wands. So two options that were supposed to help you that you're not sure if they'll come through, and it's been waiting forever, both will come through. Like, out of the blue, it will stretch, and then suddenly You're getting the mail, the letter, the email, the text, the phone call. Both are coming through, which is great. It's a sigh of immense relief. This is the third reading that I'm doing where the first 2/3 of the month feel a little like but then towards mid slash last third of the month, things start moving super fast and positive. So I guess it's the theme for the collective for March. Anything else? For Libras, for the month of March, they need to know. Knight of Swords and the Sun. You're moving after the Eight of Wands. So once you're getting these news or whatever this is coming through for you, you're going to move really, really fast with whatever this is. And you're like, okay, now I have the go for my happy. Now running towards it, riding towards it, flying towards it, missile rocketing towards it. and it turns out really well. And whatever it is that, if there is a child involved or a young individual, then it ends up working out really, really well towards the ends. Like it comes through, they come through, the assistance comes through, all of this, the resolution, the answer. It's very, very, very good. Here, look. And there's also guidance on changing the inner dialogue or monologue in your head, where you think it's your internal voice, but it's actually your parents from your childhood. So something heals there or clicks there in regards to why you think the way you think, operate the way you operate. And once that understanding hits, the brain is super fast in fine-tuning it and bringing it to the conscious, from the subconscious to the conscious, to make it clear and clean and no longer disturbing. Like, you know, when you, let's say, repeat arguments in your head, or negative thinking, or obsessive thinking of some sort, like an obsessive thought that keeps, you know, playing out in your head, you're realizing where it's coming from, and you're doing very fast work when it comes to your brain. Is just the second it clicks in your conscious, you just sort it out. Some of you are really tired of the cold and you're traveling to someplace warm. If you've been in an area that was flooded somehow, or are in an area that has some floods or rains or very murky weather, I see you traveling to somewhere more sunny, maybe until August even, some of you. Like an opportunity comes and you just grab it. That's awesome. Okay, let's, I want to show you just other aspects of the reading for a second, and then I'm going to show you a preview of your love extended. Okay, so we have Justice, Hierophant, Hermit, Emperor, Moon, and the Sun as our major arcanas. Two aces, Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. Earth and water, by the way, so it's very nourishing. Two, three, So, massive masculine paternal figure coming through. Okay? Some of you are really guided to do some work when it comes to your father, grandfather, your view on masculinity, whether you're a masculine or you're a feminine. How does it play out within yourself and with the people in your life? Because you are very ticked and operated from how they affected you, whether it's generational or paternal or societal or legal, but you're literally playing out their, you know, their ways. But this is a huge but major healing of that this month. There's some major realization. Something comes through that gives you such a sigh of relief and emotional ease that it kind of really affects it, all of this, and sorts itself out. There's some family stuff happening here. Major family things are playing out. I'm seeing fathers, uncles, grandparents, siblings, family friends, like tons of that. And I think it's going to really play out for the better. I think you're going to discover some things that you didn't know that will help resolve something. I think it will ease some tension between you and family members or a family member. There is someone young that there's someone else that thinks they know best about how to deal with them, but this queen knows better. And it obviously works what this queen is doing because this young individual is more leaning towards her. This Knight of Swords is angry because of what it reminds them of themselves, the situation, for some reason. This can also be a communication that comes in really fast and aggressive and incohesive. Someone is talking really fast and really emotional, but you can't really understand what it is that they're trying to say. And this energy here is calming them down with play and fun and good energy and being super grounded and positive. So this individual is best if they tend to this individual because they seem to know how to handle them. Yeah. And this, by the way, can denote a new, very, very loving relationship. So we're going to take a look specifically at love in your extended. Let's give you a preview. Let's see. This is a look into you and your person of interest. Okay. It's called a double pentagram spread. I'm going to look into your and their mindset, heart space, actions, where you feel you stand, and how things unfold throughout the month. Ooh, the star. Nice. And I'm going to show you a little peek. We're going to start the reading, and then we'll continue it in the extended. So check it out. Listen to what I have to say now. And if it sounds familiar, if it jibes, then you're welcome to join me in the extended. Okay? And keep in mind, guys, you know, it's available on Vimeo and on Patreon. You can watch all your placements. So if one doesn't resonate, then the other probably will. And if you only want one specific, then simply go to Vimeo. Okay, show me Libra and their person of interest, please, for the month of March. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. I read all your comments. I'm grateful for you and your presence. This has been a crazy month for me, but I'm so happy every single time, you know, I press play and talk to you guys. It's my, you know, it's my safe space to be with you. So thank you for allowing me to do this. And if you want to learn more about the double pentagram that I'll be doing now, check it out on my Tarot Masterclass. Link below. There's a specific class that I made for advanced spreads. Now, You also had major arcanas in this reading. I'm going to link specifically the major arcanas classes below in the description box, because those are your spiritual and energy lessons and guidance for the month of March. So if you want to know more about any of these cards, check out the specific class that I made for them on my Tarot Masterclass. Okay, I'm not taking the poppers because I'm doing a specific spread. So Libra and their person for the month of March. Show me Libra and their person of interest for the month of March, please. There we go. Sun at the bottom of the deck. Nice. In the extent you'll have a better view of this, I will fix the frame and the screen so you can see everything. And right now we're only looking at your mind space and how you communicate towards one another, so we see if you jive with it or if you connect with this. Okay. In your mindset we have King of Swords. And in your person's mindset, Three of Swords. Okay. You know thyself and know what you want from a relationship, and you're coming through strongly in this reading, in the general one and the extended, because these two are both Libra cards. This person is reactive to you, to your words, to your decision. You seem to be on the decision making side. Now guys, keep in mind, because these are still somewhat general, you can reverse the roles. If anything I say here sounds like your person and this sounds like you may simply reverse the roles. Okay, your mindset is clear when it comes to knowing what you want, and you seem to have been in a place where you weren't sure, but you seem to be sure now or soon, which makes your person feel disappointed with something you either say or decide, or will say or will decide. Your person is expressing their sense of sadness and disappointment, and they're also expressing negativity. So this could be also playing out as maybe they're going through something and they're not being optimistic, and they're being very, very negative and worried and seeing the negativity of the situation. Now, I'm not judging because I don't know what's going on yet anyway, but you are maintaining level-headedness. It's like you're taking the role of the leader in this. Now, let's see further how this plays out. I will do so on Vimeo, on Patreon. Links are below. Guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe, press the bell button to receive notifications, like the video to support. I love you. Stay magic, stay true, and I will see you in a second. Bye for now.